Hi Aquarius, I'm back with your love reading for the month of July. I hope you've had a good June. Once again, I'm going to start with the singles, followed by the relationship spread. I'm also adding an additional card this month, which is the angel card. So it's just an overall general message for you for the month ahead. So remember, it is a general love reading, so it's not going to apply to all of you, but for those that it does and you recognize things in the reading, then take from it what you can and use it as a guide in your life. So with that, let's take a look at the cards. Hi Aquarius, I am back with your single love reading for the month of July. These are your cards. I'm using a different tarot card pack at the moment. So your present love situation, so you have the Six of Pentacles upright, you have the Nine of Swords upright, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the Hermit in reverse. And also I'm adding an additional angel oracle card, which is your message for this month, and you've got cleanse and detoxify, which flew out while I was shuffling. So let's take a look at your cards. So you have the Six of Pentacles, so this is your present love situation. So you're wanting to find someone at the moment to have a loving relationship. That is what you're looking for as you go into the month of July. Now you actually may meet an earth sign, so Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, who actually wants to shower you with lots of love, and they're going to be very supportive. You know, they're going to kind of be your rock, and this person could be coming in at the beginning of the month of July. You know, and if you are struggling financially, or you need a little bit of help with money, you know, you don't even have to say anything and they would just offer it you. You know, they're very generous, they don't mind helping you out because they care about you and they want to make sure you're okay. There's also that feeling that I have that you are in a rush to find that perfect someone, or somebody that to have a relationship with. You don't want to be waiting around, you don't want to be just dipping your toes in, you want to get on in there and get on with it almost mentality. It's almost like you're in a rush and a hurry to find someone. There is someone you have your eye on, and they like you as well, and again it could be this earth sign, they like you as well, and they find you a very kind person, a very affectionate person, very sweet, very sincere, all of those attributes. So watch out for those kind of energies as you go into July. So your desires, you have the Nine of Swords, so you know there could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that you quite like and you really like, and you're a little bit, you know, infatuated with, or you've got a crush on. It could also represent you're thinking about an ex still, so maybe you're still thinking about an ex, you know, and you still are rather sad about the situation and what happened, and questioning yourself, and you're thinking about them, and maybe there's some kind of desire with that ex, whether it be to reconnect and find out where it all went wrong, or maybe you are just thinking about the ex for some of you. If you have a crush on an air sign, just be aware and remember that infatuation and the actual reality of somebody is very different. So you may have a crush on an air sign, but actually I don't think they're the person for you, and that crush, I think, will very quickly disintegrate if you were to date them, because I think you'd see a not so nice side to them. So you have the Queen of Pentacles upright for what's unexpected. So again, someone is coming in who is so faithful, and it's this earth sign. You know, I think definitely for you Aquarius this month, you know, the earth is definitely in your chart, earth signs are definitely in your chart, and they're the ones that are going to be by your side, and they're going to be faithful, and they're going to be very loyal. And this is what this is, they want a serious relationship as well, just like you do. You know, you are loyal as well, you know, but although you are wanting a proper relationship, there's something to do with your past which is kind of adding a block to you being able to fully love and fully be romantic, or really show that you are interested in somebody. There's a blockage there for you, but this earth sign definitely is good news, because they are stable, reliable, dependable, they will be by your side, they'll be loyal, and that's what you need, because your past, you haven't had that, and it's kind of made you almost hardened a little bit to show your emotions. So you have the Knight of Swords upright. So this talks about, you know, again, this rush feeling, this being in a quickness with somebody to move things along quite quickly. You don't want to wait around. This is what this, you know, card talks about. And here's the Knight, you know, moving forward really quickly. And, you know, if you're dating a man in the relationship, he'll definitely be wanting to move things with you as well. You know, you're definitely on the same path, you're going down the same route together, and there's definitely love in the air for you for this month. For others of you that are interested in someone, then yes, they are interested as well, but they are waiting for you to show some kind of sign. So again, going back to here where you're a little bit closed with your feelings and showing that you like someone because you don't want to get hurt, you need to show that to that person. You need to give some kind of sign, you know, flirt a little bit, you know, let them know that you're interested, because only then will they come and approach you. So for your outcome card, you have the Hermit in reverse. So you have the Virgo, and again, Virgo represents earth energy. You know, this, if you're not careful, you could push this earth sign away. You know, if you keep your emotions too closed and don't let somebody in, then they could end up looking elsewhere. So I think you really need to watch how you come across. Don't keep your feelings to yourself. If you generally really like somebody and are happy with somebody, let them know it, because they need to hear it. They're not going to know if you're a little bit, you know, what's the word, almost, it could come across like you're playing games. Like if they say, I really like you, and you go, oh really, I bet you say that to all the girls, you know, they're not going to like that, and they're not going to think you're that interested. So you've got to watch how you come across to this earth sign, because otherwise you have the risk of them looking elsewhere. So your angel oracle card for this month in July is Cleanse and Detoxify. So I'll just read it you. With great love and respect, we ask you to detoxify your precious and sensitive body. At your request, we'll help you to develop life-affirming ways to deal with stress, as well as ease any sorrow at shedding your old ways. Give your cares, worries and concerns to us, and feel the beautiful grace of your newly purified body. Woohoo! Right, so cleanse and you know, detox your body. So, you know, if you indulge too much in eating too much sugar, too much junk food, you know, too much alcohol, maybe you drink a little bit too much wine in the evenings, you know, drink too much coffee throughout the day while at work, you know, maybe you need to just look for healthier options. So replace the coffee with herbal tea, things like that. Just cleanse your body, you know. And I think overall, if you make that lifestyle change, you're going to start feeling better in yourself, and that is the first step to improving your overall being. And you know, when you start feeling a bit better about yourself, or you have more energies because you've got rid of those toxins, you know, mentally you start to feel better as well. So I think this is a good card to help you try and get yourself back on the right path, because you've definitely got love here with an earth sign coming in for you in July, but you need to watch that you don't potentially damage it by being a little bit too distant with them with regards to your emotions. And Aquarius, let me know if this resonates. I look forward to seeing you in August. Take care. Hi Aquarius, this is your relationship love reading for the month of July, and I've also selected one angel oracle card for you for this month, which is your overall message that they feel you need to hear for July. So let's take a look at your cards. You have the Seven of Cups upright, you have the reversed Two of Wands, you have Six of Pentacles up, Ten of Wands up, and the Five of Pentacles up. So what's going on in your relationship? Well, for you Aquarius, you know, so how you feel about your relationship and your partner, you get the Seven of Cups. So this can actually talk of feeling a little bit lost at the moment. So maybe you're feeling a little bit unsure about the direction of your relationship and what's really going on and what's happening. It can talk about a woman that is quite controlling in their behavior, and you know, if this is you, Aquarius, if you're the woman in this relationship, then you can come across quite controlling because your partner likes their freedom. They like to go after work, go for a drink with their friends or their mates. You know, they like to meet at the weekends for their friends to go off and do activities and engage in their hobbies. And I think sometimes that leaves you feeling shut out. And that then creates this cycle of you then wanting to try and control that person and control the situation because you don't feel they spend enough time with you. You know, and because you almost feel shut out by your partner because you don't feel that they give you enough attention because they're always doing their own thing, I think this leads to you using behaviors to try and attract your partner back. Now, you know, this can be things like sexual favors, you know, to keep your partner interested, you know, because I think you feel you have to do that because you don't want to lose them, you know. And you shouldn't have to do that. If you are doing those things, you really shouldn't have to do that, and you need to discuss this with your partner. It just talks about you really feeling that something just isn't working in your relationship at this current stage. So your partner had the 2 of Wands in reverse, so this talks about your partner losing interest each day. So that is probably why, that actually would explain your behavior actually, wouldn't it, and how you feel. You know, when you two got together, they had this expectation of how they expected the relationship to be, and it's, you know, all this, I don't know, they expected something from you, and whatever it was, the reality didn't turn out the way they expected, sort of thing, if that makes sense. So there is this form of kind of disappointment, and they've kind of lost interest there with you. So you're not wrong in feeling the feelings that you feel, actually, Aquarius. So you have the 6 of Pentacles upright. So, you know, you need to restore the security, the emotional security in, you know, your relationship. You need to find that love and that connection that brought you two together in the first place. You know, I think you really need to just spend more time together. But if they're always off doing their own thing, you're going to have to tackle that in a way that doesn't come across controlling, because that's going to be how they view you. So you've really got to be sensitive how you approach this. I mean, this card talks about one of you being quite demanding and for attention, and that need to receive, you know, I'm here, notice me, you know. And I think that's coming from you. I mean, this is all tying together at the moment, you know, so you definitely want to be shown attention and love. And I think you give so much to this relationship emotionally. You give yourself completely, and you don't feel like you get anything back from your partner, or you get maybe like 1% back, sort of thing. And this is really frustrating you and making you feel despondent at the moment. So that's what's going on in a relationship. What does your relationship need? You have the 10 of Wands. So this card can talk about there's just too much to do in this relationship to try and fix it. But, you know, you were trying to do everything you can to make each other happy. You were really putting yourself out there for your partner. But they have to work on it as well. And I think you're going to have that conversation and say how you feel. But you need to approach it in such a sensitive way, and a kind of compassionate way. Don't come across like aggressive, don't come across controlling, but also equally don't come across too sensitive to it as well, because I think that will put them off as well. You've got to try and remain strong and put your viewpoints across wisely. So Aquarius, you definitely feel that your partner doesn't appreciate you and everything that you do for them. So your future card is the Up and 5 Pentacles, is that right? Suffering. That's what this card can represent, suffering. And you're the one suffering, aren't you? I don't think they are. They're out doing their own thing and quite happy with that. It's almost... But I wonder, are they going out so much because they just want to get out of the house, because they're just finding it difficult at the moment to be around you? I mean, that could be why they're spending so much time away from you and going out with their friends so much. But you know, you have the danger, if you don't address this and try and find some kind of resolution, this whole situation is gonna make you really sick and almost really depressed and affect your mental well-being. For those of you who aren't married and in a relationship with somebody, it concerns you that person is not fully committed to the relationship. You know, maybe they haven't popped the question, and you've been going out for 3 years, and you know, those are the things that are playing on your mind as well. And there's definitely conflict here. You know, you don't feel your partner cares about you, and maybe they also feel that as well. And I think that's where you really now need to sit down, because you need to address this and sit down and deal with this relationship, because you're going to get ill if you don't, and you need to listen to that. So energy work is the card you got for your Oracle Angel card. So I'll just read you what it says. Life can be electrifying because its very essence is energy. Your body's remarkable energy field that will positively respond to loving treatments. Your hands and hearts are activated to give healing energy to your loved ones and clients. So this card actually represents you benefiting from having some form of energy healing. So, you know, you're talking about things like Reiki. Reiki would be a really good one for you, I think. You need to clear your environment as well. Feng shui your house. Look at things like that. Or even just declutter your house. Get rid of stuff you don't need. Start to declutter your whole environment. You know, work on yourself. Try and start to feel better about yourself, because you need to do that, because you will get sick if you don't. And I think that's a really good message actually to end on, Aquarius. You know, just really cleanse yourself, cleanse your environment, tackle these issues before it affects you to a more severe level. Anyway, Aquarius, I hope this reaches out to those that need to hear these messages, and I look forward to seeing you in August.